Alright, I'm gonna knock this tutorial out. This one's for Roscoe. If you came from the playing of it, that was just a two take. It's like like 3, 4 in the morning, so I was in the zone, so I didn't want to stop. So I'm getting this out of my head so I don't forget it. So getting the tutorial out as well at the same time. Roscoe is a pretty fun tune. It's I couldn't find any words to it. It's just I was just playing games and had this set list going in the background and heard this tune. I was like, are there any tabs for it? And I didn't find a tab I liked. I didn't find one. So I found someone else that played it that I liked, and cool. I tabbed out theirs, and then I'm kind of venturing into trying to get more up the neck, maybe like one, maybe two strings, solos or alternatives in for playing. And so there's my little spin on it for Roscoe on that you see that there. All right, so this one's gonna be pretty quick because it's just 3 chords. There's no fancy trick. There's some tricks, but there's nothing major. So to start out, so as I said in my other ones, if you prefer tabs, the tabs is available. It's on Banjo Hangout. Go find it there. If you prefer visual demonstration, I got my camera on my desk and my banjo in my hand. If you're someone that prefers both, well then, lucky you, you get both. This video is going to be following along to the tablature that I created for this. So if you don't have that and you want it, go grab it. Now, if for some reason you don't see it on the website, hey, as long as I'm around, say something. I'll check to make sure that it's there. But I make sure that the tab is there before I post these videos. But who knows what happens years from now, decades, or decades or whatever from now. So here we go. So just gonna play it through one time at regular tempo, and then we'll break it down. Any points that I need to point out, I'll cover those then. So here we go. There we go. So that's Roscoe in one playthrough. Let's go over anything that you need to be aware of. There's some drop thumbing in this, but I like drop thumbing, so I'm gonna slap it in anywhere I can. There's so many ways you can do runs in this. Like one I kept wanting to do with this. I learned this run from Wild Horse actually, and since I learned it's nothing cool. It's nothing phenomenal. It's just a it's just that. It's simple, and I like hearing that ring. So I keep wanting to throw in the last 3 notes, the last 3 notes, so the 2/8 notes everywhere. So don't think you have to follow along to the tablature or how I play it. Like there's so many ways you can play this piece, and it all just fits together. As long as you just find something that you like and roll with it. So anywho, anything that you need to be aware of. So in my tab, I do this pull off. And this is what's different from the way how Simon Robinson Sounds played it. Simon Robinson Sounds created this arrangement. So like the arrangement that I'm working off of, and then I transcribed and put my spin on it. He does so on measure 6, he does his a little bit differently. So he doesn't have an eighth note, eighth rest there. He just he plays another note. I keep the chord, and then I just do a pull off on the top string, on the top string. So that'll be your 1 string. So for me, my index finger is on the 2nd fret, 1st string. So I just do a pull off right there. And to hear that, I'm gonna play up to that point, and then I'll play just that measure. Let me start over. Right there. Let's listen to that measure. So I'm doing a pull off. You can do your own variation, however you like on that. Because I've listened to three different arrangements for this. I like the pull off. It just fits. Not much movement in my left hand, and I mean, I'm just used to doing. It just fits for me. I like it. So there's that one. Now looking at part B, looking through it right now. The slides are gonna trip you up, or the one slide in part B, that may trip you up. So where that, I'm gonna play the B part up to it. So here we go. So you can hear where that's at. Right there, I hit the wrong note, but let's do it again so you can hear it correctly. Let's do it again. Music. We're gonna do it again because I got it wrong. That slide, be sure you get that slide and make sure it comes out. If you play the piece too fast, you won't hear the slide. So don't play it too fast, so you can get that, so you can hear that slide come out right there. And I'm doing the slide with my middle finger. It's just the 5th fret to the 7th fret. That's what I'm doing on that piece, on that part right there. Other than that, there's everything else is kind of your bread and butter for what you're always gonna run into for banjo music. So if this is your first one, well, let me start with Cripple Creek, and you'll be like, oh well, yeah, I see what he's talking about. I'll start with Cripple Creek. So that's B, or variation 1, or I just called it part B. Now you have this alternative. So the alternative, it goes up the neck. You know how I said at the beginning of the video, I've been trying to do more stuff that goes up the neck. So this one goes up the neck. I'm gonna play it once, and then we'll do a small breakdown. It's nothing sophisticated. It's just knowing where your hand is supposed to be. So knowing your banjo. So let's play it through one time. That's it. Now, if you for those of you that have the ear that you may can hear it through my phone's mic. I mean, I hear it right now, like just basically off of my I hear it off of my what's it called? Tuning is a little bit off, and the reason why it's on the G string, so your 3rd string. I tuned it down smidge, so not like to a half step. I'm not a half step down. I just tuned it down so it's a little flat. The reason why is because I noticed each time I played this piece, when I went up the neck, that string always sounded super sharp on my banjo. So to work around that, so the intonation is a bit better, I tuned my G string down, just a tiny bit, just to make it a little bit flat. So when I play it, it sounds correct with the rest of the frets. Listen to it real quick. Listen to it again. It sounds so much better to me since I did that. Now let's cover the this whole really that B part right there when it starts going up. So we're gonna start on the slide. So this is measure 22. So you should, if you're following along to the tab, look for the 21. It's the very next measure. That's measure 22. This is where we're starting at. Okay, so I'm just gonna play it once. I messed up. Now I'm gonna slow it down. Watch where I'm jumping at. Okay, so if you need a visual demonstration, watch where I'm jumping to, and watch my hands. Watch how I'm doing my hands. Do it again. Okay, let's do it even slower. Okay, one more time. So that's Roscoe. It's the thing that's gonna trip you up the most is the pull off that I have tabbed out in measure 6, and if you try your hand at alternative at the up the neck on the first string for alternative B. And oh, let me also say this. So what I'm doing for alternative B, so on measure 24, right when I finish the 10, the moment that's done, I go ahead, use my index finger, and I bar the first, second, and third string. This is what my hand looks like, or my finger. I just bar it. And the reason why you're going to bar it is because you don't need to move this finger. Once it's planted, you're set in stone. Didn't even move it. Do you have to play it this way? No. There's another way you can play it. I tried to make it work because it sounded better on my banjo, but I didn't go through with it because I kept messing it up. So another way you can do it is, if I can remember it. I remember now. So let's do it again. So the other way you can do it, you'll still bar the first and second string, and with your index finger, and then you'll use your ring finger and your middle finger to do a lot of stuff. So this is what it'd be. I'm gonna do it again. Watch my hand. And that would be a slide. That's all a slide if you did it this way. The reason why I don't, try picking up speed and you mess up. But it sounds better on my banjo if I do it that way. But I just mess up doing that. So it's easier if I just bar this. Whatever works for you. That's Roscoe. It's a fun piece. I'm glad I found it. I hope you enjoyed this brief tutorial. I know it's another 15 minutes, mostly just me rambling, but yeah, there you go. If you know a tune that's old time, a fiddle tune that you think I would like, and you're like, hey, I heard this recording or I see this video, I want to learn how to play it, I think you'll like it, give it a listen. If I like it, I may make a tab for it. So check the put it in the go to the channel and go to the post, and you'll see I just created my first post there. So post your suggestion. If you think I like it, I may make a tab for it. No promises on when it gets done. It'll just get added to the list, and when I'm in a mood to tab, I'll tab it out. Enjoy Roscoe. Enjoy the tab. It's a lot of fun. I like playing this piece.